because she couldn't get to her
Hey,
mates
what
in
you got?
time enough.
We're not doing that.
Yeah, I'm not running.
We are live, you guys. Let me just do this real fast.
No, they're frozen.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. We can resume that conversation. Who was running from the dogs? What? Who let the dogs out? Oh, is that cool? Too loud? Not loud enough?
That's all right.
Okay. By request, a little bit Big Bub, a little bit of Big Bub. Song is entitled "Call Me." 3, I played it for you by your request, and you not here tonight. But hey, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. I do not own the rights to this here music, but I am playing it. We're just waiting a few minutes, y'all. Good evening to you. I see some of my folks is in the building already. Got about 8 viewers. Majoy, good evening to you, Majoy. Thank you for being here. Tamara's in the building all the way from Memphis, Tennessee. I hope your power's on. Shoot, you do. Right? I can't breathe without you. Y'all don't know nothing about that. I get so hey, you know, I just love music, man. Music makes me lose control sometimes.
You Africa Bombada? Africa Bombada.
Berdina, good evening to you, Berdina. I see you. Good evening to you. And if I didn't do it, I forgot. There you go, Majoy. I don't want nobody fussing, talking about you didn't put my face up there. Tamara's in the building, you guys. Kirsten, good evening to you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. I don't know where Snoopy Cliff Mello is. He might be tardy today too. I don't know.
Clean up on aisle 15.
It's my brother.
Y'all laughing at me, know y'all just.
Hey man, I'm not guilty. Damon DJ Jackson, what up with you, man? I see you here, present. Thank you for being here, man. As always, appreciate you. I wanna know, I got to know. So just call me, baby. Let's put that up there for the folks. What went wrong, baby? We're going to give it a few more seconds, you guys, and then we're going to jump in with who we got until the others show up. They're going to come in here. Hey, everybody. Good evening. Like you late. You was late. Devin, you got permission to get on. You can get on Miss Day tonight for being tardy for the party. I can already tell.
You think I'm not gonna? I'm gonna. I'm gonna do it.
Oh shoot!
I'm gonna do
it. Anywho, good evening to you guys again. Welcome to Gentlemen After Dark, a place where grown folks can talk without judgment. Tonight's episode of Gentlemen After Dark. Let's scroll this up here. I need to get a mouse. That's what I need to get. We doing King and Queen talk tonight. What exactly is King and Queen talk? What is that? What are we talking about? Things that make you go, Stay tuned. In the meantime, tonight's episode brought to you by proud sponsor Flavor Flames Candles. Flavor Flames Candles out of our Memphis, Tennessee area. Tamara is taking her hand in trying her hand in being an entrepreneur. So I wanted to be a part of the movement and support her. We got those scented candles and wax. And if you want to reach out to her, let me put her information up there for you. You're going to reach out to her at www.flavorflamescandles.com. Scented candles, scented body sprays. I've had some of it myself. One of them in particular, what is it called? Grown man shit? Something like that. Yeah. Oops, sorry. I wasn't supposed to cuss out loud, but that grown man shit, yeah, that's some good smelling stuff right there. So
can you drip the candles on you?
Oh shit.
Oh man.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
I'm asking. That is a legitimate question. How many other people out there have?
First of all, good morning, Snoopy, Clippy, Mellow.
Hello, y'all. Guess who's back?
Right.
Back again.
What's up, man? You come
in here with the shenanigans right out the gate. But
hey, what's her name? Tamara.
There's your answer.
Oh, there you go. See, thank you.
If you want to, but wouldn't it burn your skin?
Hey, it's that hurt so good. Oops, sorry.
That's okay. Hey,
some folks be into different things, you know.
Hey. Okay, I admit.
He is back.
Can you tell DJ I said thank you?
Damon Jackson.
Yes, sir. And tell him he didn't have to put the platonically on it speaking. It's cool. Thank you, DJ.
Platonically speaking.
Here we go. Anywho, let me introduce the panel tonight, you guys. I'm not messing with you, or you. Not today. I'm not.
That was a legitimate question.
We're going to start off since, he's only here because of her.
Don't do that.
AKA Tanya's in the building. A boom, 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 boom.
He makes me sick.
All the way
what y'all saying.
Look, all the way from Bill Street, I think it is.
Yeah.
We got the dude Devin in the building. In a remote location where the sun is shining brightly, it's my little big brother, Snoopy Cliff Mello.
Ooh, look at all this gray.
Shoot, we do. We ain't gonna talk about that. I'm gonna hide mines behind the mic, and I'm your host, Onyx. How you guys feeling, man?
We're good.
Ma'am and men.
We're good.
We're good.
Where are the other ones?
So
we missing a lot of the class, but we're here.
We got openings tonight. We got openings. Miss
Man,
Three
somebody started
basketball.
a trend.
Hey, man, don't start. Miss Three got basketball with Marcus tonight. Fuego is feeling under the weather. And I don't know where Miss Day is. I know she got the message, so she can't say that she didn't get it. So that part.
That's okay. We got to do the interviews after the show anyway.
Shoot, B. Miss Yvette says that's aging with grace. Great.
Oh, thank you.
She just being nice.
I feel some grits on my face.
She probably like that candle too.
Yeah.
Here we go. Anywho, so again, tonight's
let's take a poll.
We not
Okay,
To
go ahead.
candle or not to candle? That's the question.
Okay,
To
let's
not
What are we
candle.
candling?
to
I don't
candle
want
or
that
not to
cane.
candle.
I
Mello
don't
wants
Don't
want
to
that
knock
know.
it.
cane.
It's
Mm-mm.
only for like half a second. It's like
Here we go. For those of you who just now tuning in,
look at
tonight's
Devin. He know he tried
episode
it.
is brought to you by Flavor Flames
I'm
Candles.
out of it.
Shoot, be
Yeah.
do.
And they
Where
flavor too. Oh yeah.
where Mello asked the question, can you drip them on your body?
Whew.
eh,
Uh,
uh,
yeah,
I'm
that's
just
uh,
a.
And
but if you look, but if you really want to know the answer to those questions, go ahead and reach out to
Flavor
to
flames.
Tamara at www.flavorflamescandles.com. Reach out to her. She can answer all those questions. Does it hurt when it drips on you and all that? I don't know. Yeah. I just burn the candles and catch the scent.
Y'all lying.
That's
I
it.
ain't the only one.
Shoot.
Yeah.
I didn't say
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
Yeah. Anywho, I'm ready to have a nice little conversation, and I hope you guys are
Yeah.
ready as well. Uh-oh.
Oh,
The
somebody
dude is
answered?
frozen. There we go.
Oh.
Never ready.
Oh, here we go.
Tell
Here
her
we
what you
go.
finna come.
Hey, Onyx from the YouTube world. Tracy. Well, good evening, Tracy. Tell her I said hello. I don't see her up here on my screen, but hello, Tracy. Thank you from the YouTube world. I don't see any YouTubers on my screen yet. But anywho, let's
Is
get started.
Facebook still showing it?
Yeah, it's on Facebook.
Oh, it's back. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So tonight's episode, you guys, this is what I want to talk about. Because I know that this panel of mine is so intellectual, intense at times. Everyone has their view. I'm really
The last
right.
time I expressed my view, I got suspended. That's why I wasn't here, y'all. I was suspended.
He got suspended. He got put on punishment as the moderator. I had to put
As
him
the
on
moderator.
timeout.
Really, y'all? Really?
I got
Really?
I got called into the office.
Really?
So
I'm sorry.
nowadays, it's the common thing to do. This what I'm about to say. It's a common thing to do. It's a common way that we address one another. Some of us do it quite often. Some of us don't do it at all.
What's up, Nick?
But tonight I want to talk about this because it's becoming such the norm to the point that do we even really know what we're saying? So you hear it so often. Good evening to you, my queen. How you feeling? My kings, how y'all feel? Kings and queens. A word or words that we use so often to identify with people. Kings and queens. What exactly are we saying? What are we actually saying? As a matter of fact, here's my question. What does it really mean when you address someone as king, queen? What does that mean? Because when you really look at the word or words, king and queen, and you do your homework, king and queen really didn't have, in my opinion, a positive connotation to it. And why do I say that? Because kings rule. They rule people. Queens ruled by the side of their kings. You had servants, the peasants, the little people, right? And there were some great kings out there. Hey, to this modern day, there is still a queen who is very much alive whose son is still classified as Prince, will he ever be a king?
Nope.
So let's talk about it. Not he said not Charles. Hey, Charles is what, 70-something years old?
No,
And his mama 352.
Well, Charles won't be king anyway. It'll be his son.
Which one?
If Queen Elizabeth dies, then Charles won't be the king. It'll be his son and his wife. I can't remember which one.
Okay, so let's talk about it. How do you personally feel about being addressed as king or queen? Queen in your case, 100 proof, king for the fellas. Do you actually address anyone, or have you said it? Have you really given it thought?
I've been addressed queen a few times. I never really thought about it in the aspect that you were saying. To me, I just always feels like it's a respect thing. But now that you said it in those terms, I'm like, oh. But quite often, guys, well, just like the older ones, Queen, how you doing? So I've always seen it to be a respect thing. But now I have to think about it differently based upon what you just said.
Yeah, that's a good point of view that you brought. I never thought of it like that, because when you
Okay.
do think about it, a lot of the kings and queens were feared, and they, because of the taxes that they levied on people and because they ruled with an iron fist a lot of times, and that's both in Africa, because that's what we're trying to bring it back to, and all over the world. Kings weren't always known as the nicest people. So yeah, you put a different spin on it, but as 100 proof just said, it's a respect thing, and I'm trying to say, yeah, I've called ladies that. I called Troy that. She's my queen. But like you said, it's a respect thing more than I never thought of it as that, but those are true facts when you put it that way.
All right.
Look at this, what she just said.
I've been addressed that way mostly by the drunk man begging at the gas station. Hey, my queen, let me get a couple of dollars for some gas.
See, he was a peasant trying to get some handouts from the queen.
Right.
Oh, goodness.
Come on, the dude. Before the power go out, let's go.
Right.
Okay. Have I used those terms? Yes, I have. I don't normally use them on a regular basis, because once you start looking at what words really mean, I don't really. You'll start to use them in a different sense if you use them at all. If I'm not mistaken, when you do the etymology of the word queen, it means harlot. So if you calling a woman, "Hey, what's up, queen?" you're calling her a harlot. You might not know that, but once you look at the meanings of these words, then that's a different story. But an empire is controlled by an emperor and the empress. You see what I'm saying? So we ain't talking about a kingdom. A kingdom would be inside of an empire. You see how you can keep moving up its levels to it. But typically, I would just prefer I call people by their names, or I call them brother, sister, bruh, sis. That's how I address people now. And the reason why I address people like that now is because, to me, that's the closest you can get to somebody, is if that person is it's like your sibling. That's your brother, that's your sister. You see what I'm saying? And it's not trying to put them on a pedestal that you're not on. You just call hey, family. You see what I'm saying? So have I used those terms before? I have.
His power tripping.
I'll read Berdina's thought. Today, I believe it's more of an uplifting term of endearment. Hold yourself up to that higher standard. Never thought of it that way before, but that's why I love this. Thought-provoking. Thank you, Berdina. If you didn't forget your thoughts, sir, you want to carry on? The dude.
I really did lose it. I started cussing when the phone messed up. It keeps kicking me out. I'm like, something. Yeah. So, I don't know even was I clear when I was
Yeah, yeah,
talking because it
Yeah,
was breaking
it
up
was
a little
good.
bit.
It was good.
yeah. You finished
Okay.
your thought and then it turned off.
Yeah, I think that
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm good with that.
I think, and I don't want anybody to feel, please don't feel bad like, oh, I've been calling people king and queen, and I'm guilty of it just as much. But part of what I do is I actually look for content. What are we going to talk about? And this was something that came to my mind
Right.
uh late last week. And here's the reason why. So you got the young lady whose son's birthday it is. You don't know him personally, but you acknowledge him. Happy born day, young king. Happy born day. And then I got to thinking about it. Why? First of all, why am I addressing him as young king? Because as Devin just alluded to, there's levels to this. In order to be the king, shouldn't you have a kingdom? Shouldn't you have some loyal subjects? So, how did we skip over young prince to get straight to the king? Now, maybe his father is no longer alive and boom, excuse me, you become king. But if you live in mama's house,
Mm,
are you the king?
absolutely not.
At what point do you become a king? And yeah, I can identify myself as, oh, I'm a king. Excuse me, I'm a king. Okay. Who are my subjects? Who do I rule over?
Right.
The one person that I quote unquote could have been ruler over, guess what? She a grown up now. She making her own decisions and choices in life. So am I truly a king, or am I just Orlando, Sean, Onyx, Thomas, whatever you know me by? That's just who I am. A lot of times we take words, excuse me, we just take off with it. It sound great, to Berdina's point. It sound great. My queen, how you feeling? This man, it is uplifting, so you think and feel. But when you really give it some thought, one of the coldest kings that I know of, and although it's, the movie, but I know it's for real, Shaka Zulu. Shaka Zulu was a cold king. COLD. When things didn't go right for him, who suffered?
Mm,
The people. Caesar in the Roman Empire.
Yeah.
How many people lost their lives
right.
like that because of the king's choice? Definitely something for us to think
That's a
about.
lot of pressure.
Huh?
That's a lot of pressure. Those titles, because that's what they are. They're titles. That's a lot of pressure. Because if you think about what those titles actually consist of, man, you are responsible for a lot of people, a lot of situations, jobs, money, food. You're responsible for all of that. And once you, like you said, once you slip up with that, everybody suffers. While you in your palace or your castle or whatever, like, okay, well, everything's okay. Everybody else is out there suffering. Just like what was her name? Marie Antoinette. They was having this big party at her house, and she was like a queen. And the people was like,
Hmm.
"You sitting up here eating cake, and we out here starving." She said, "Well, let them eat cake." What did they do? They end up taking her outside to cut her head off.
Mm,
This is the queen, right? So it's like once you got that title in front of your name, you got to stand on it. And if you don't or you can't, they don't want to hear that. Any type of leadership that you can be involved in, if you mess up, it's the people, your underlings, the people that's up under you, they'll be the ones that get rid of you. Look at what they did with Muammar Gaddafi.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? He wasn't a king, but what I'm saying is he was in that leadership. He ran the country. And usually that's what a king or king and the queen, that's what they do. They're running a specific country. Whereas you have an empire that they control a vast part of the country or the countryside or certain areas.
Mhm.
And even that's gonna
But that,
fail. So you gotta shoot higher than that.
right. But that does make it apropos to the family circle, because, like you said, as we've talked quite a few times on this here show about who's the head of the household, when shit go left, that's a lot of pressure. Believe me, I've been there. When you are the head of the household, whether you are male or female, and you are by I mean that the ultimate breadwinner, yeah, when shit go left, that pressure now you, and that's to what Devin said too. Sometimes that causes, or even Onyx just said with Shaka, sometimes if you don't know how to handle it, you're gonna take it out on the your wife, your kids, your significant other. You're gonna take it because you can't handle that. It is a lot of pressure when you are in charge. And that's what's that saying? Heavy is the head that holds the crown.
Mhm. Facts.
So yeah, it is a lot of
Yep.
pressure. And so when you do call somebody that, they should be deserving. And like I think when, for the most part, since we're not paying attention to the usage, uh it is, I think most of us think it as a respect thing, but like you said, that it's a lot that comes with that, being the boss. And I did glance at the meaning of queen, and Devin is right, I will concur. In the Dutch sense, when you call somebody a queen, you calling them a hussy. You call them,
Mm.
they less than. The English term is considered higher, but in the Dutch sense, it said, yeah, you a hussy. You
Not the hussy.
yeah, that sound like my mama. That's Ruby.
Ooh,
Right.
You out there messing with them little hussies? What is a hussy, mama?
what is a
Mm.
hussy? Right?
I
Yeah.
don't know. She
And
said her
so and
name
so.
was Karen.
Oh man.
I
Yeah.
was hoping that
So
my other ladies was here tonight, but I know that the 100 proof can stand on hers. Um, and for the rest of the ladies that are here, just a little twist to this kingness. Um,
Is that a
wow,
word?
wow, huskies. Oh hell no, huskies. Really, Fuego? Good evening,
Fuego,
ma'am.
drink that Benadryl.
Right. Here's a little twist
We
like
miss you.
because ladies, some of our eloquent ladies, they are like, "Hey, King." I've heard it. I've
Hmm.
even done the whole little girl. You trying to make me blush or something? You call me King, right? So now that we understand this a little bit better about King, we do understand that kings and queens, that's is the word monarch versus uh
monarch.
monarchy, thank you, versus a democracy, right? We
Hmm.
understand that.
Right.
Could we ladies or lady or ladies in the audience, are you willing to substitute king for my lord? Tanya just like, I wish I would. Come on, let's hear it. Are you willing
No.
to substitute king for my lord? My lord.
Mm-mm. Give me a second. Let me get my dictionary for a second.
I was just about to say, you gotta look at, now. You got
That's, yeah,
people.
yeah, yeah. Give me a second.
More context.
Mm-mm.
Oh, Miss Indy Wood said nope.
Yeah, no.
According
Oh,
to the
shit.
definition, it's basically the same thing. It's a master, a ruler,
There you
one
go.
having power, authority, or influence. That's a lord. And they had, like Devin said, when you break it down, you had the empire, you had the kingdom, and then you had those who ruled the little subsections who were known as lords. So it breaks it down. It's no different than
Landlord.
president, right? President, governor, mayor. It the titles get less, but they still are in an authoritative position.
Right.
But like you said, when you know people admit immediately when they hear Lord, no, he ain't Jesus. Oh hell no. That's a, I
It's
can
a
see all the
title.
next row.
It's a title.
Right. Exactly. It's just
Right.
Lord. You say Lord Jesus, you're calling Jesus your master.
Right.
So
Mm-hmm. We're
But that's the
waiting.
wrong name. But that's another show.
No.
yeah,
No. Oh, you
that's a whole nother show.
you waiting for
I
an
don't
answer from me? That's a
Yes,
no.
that's a no.
That's a no.
No, Lord.
No, Lord.
No.
unless unless oh
I don't.
well.
Hello. I don't involve him doing that.
Oh shoot, B
But
dude.
see, you conflating it. Like I said, that's still just a title. And you prove my point. I said most of the ladies out there, maybe some of the gentlemen, when they hear Lord, they think we talking about Jesus Christ. But once
Right.
again, the
Shot the
Lord
girl. Good evening.
back in the day, lords didn't were just part of the kingdom.
So I
Yep.
just gotta why not, Tanya? Why not?
Um, based upon the conversation and now reevaluating different things, um, if it's as far as an empire is concerned, um, my lord means that you are here and I'm here. Um, I don't necessarily want to follow someone if I'm not in agreement with what they're doing. So, in most cases, for that situation and that position, I may not be in agreement with what they're doing. So, if I'm not in agreement with what you're doing, no, I can't give you that, if that makes sense.
Hmm. I hear you. Miss Indywood says, well, saying king versus Lord, I mean, I am wow. It's still a note. A king sounds more casual. My lord sounds more servantly. So
Yeah,
Same
I'm
thing.
shaking my head with Devin, and King actually is the more servitude. That's the higher, because like I said, you had a king and then you had the lords underneath. So the lord is actually underneath a king in the hierarchy of things. But we're just so used to in our vernacular and in, in in today's thinking, yeah, that's what we think, but that's not the actuality of
Oh,
mhm, my Lord and
Lord,
Savior, not my man. Sorry.
it. Didn't I tell you? Wow.
Well, I feel joy. For me, it has to do with how I was raised. My Lord is without sin. So here's what I'm gathering. And you guys correct me if I'm wrong, add to it if I'm right, whatever. Time and time again, we continue to pick and choose words and we utilize them to our benefit. Greetings, my queen. Grand risings, my king. It's fine. It's great. No problem. But if you just switch it just a smidget and you get rid of my king, my lord, because it doesn't have to necessarily mean just man to woman, woman to man, especially if you do pay attention to all these movies that are, I won't say Bible based, but during the Roman Empire times, that's how they addressed the king, my lord,
my Lord.
my lord. my lord,
or your highness, or your excellence.
right? Um, how do we change these words, or why do we change these words? Better question. Why do we change these words to benefit what we wanted to say when they are what they are?
You
That
can
rhetorical?
you I mean you can call it's like this. I believe in calling people what they prefer to be called. You know how you go on a job interview, they say, well, okay, hey, your name is Devin. Do you prefer to get called anything else? No, you can call me Devin. Okay, cool. And they go off of that. So it's really because you may have somebody who you say, hey, what's up, King? What's up, Queen? And they may take offense to that, not because they know what the word means or whatever. They just may take offense to it because they might feel like, no, they may be a devout Christian or deeply religious. I'm not a king. I'm just, I'm a child of Christ. So they're not gonna feel like you want, like they want to be called that. I think it's just really just, man, it's really like, it's kind of hard to just pinpoint because words change meaning over time, to the point to where something that means something now didn't mean that 30 years ago. It's some stuff you can say on Facebook right now on live, and you can get in Facebook jail for it. But you
Right.
go back and watch Eddie Murphy's Delirious or Raw, you see what I'm saying, or something like that, and it's like it was like a sellout show. Now you get 30 days of no posting or nothing on Facebook for saying the exact same thing. You see what I'm saying? So words change meaning over time because that's how society sees it.
Is it that the words change over time, or is it that the people change the words over time?
Yeah, yeah. I think that's what, because if you look a word up, if you look at the time frame that a word was used, it would mean something different to the people of that time versus
Right.
what it means to you right now looking it up. Yeah, in so many words, it would be like the word is not really changing, but it has so many different definitions that it gets added, taken away, to where now it doesn't mean what it meant long time ago. You know, uh, if you've ever been around any of like the 5% nation and some of the other schools of thought, they address each other as God and Goddess. Same situation. You see what I'm saying? These are titles. When you start calling somebody something, make sure that they are what you're calling them. Make sure they act like that, they breathe like that, they move like that. Because if they don't, and you're calling them that, it's like you're giving them words have power. So if you're giving them a
Right.
power that they shouldn't have, guess what? They still got it. And they may start to use that because you don't know that you could be calling somebody king and they're a dirtbag. And somebody else hears you call them that, they may hold you in high regard. So when you call this person that, they're going to hold that person in high regard just because off of your merit. And now they may succumb to this person's being a dirtbag because they thought they was cool. They was good people because, well, Devin said he's good people. Devin called him king. So I went over there. I got the utmost respect for him. But this dude might be a scam artist or something. You see what I'm saying? Just out of, just a, example. So,
There
I
was
yeah.
a kid, my brother my brother said that he was in English class one time, and I wish he was listening. But he said the boy who was always joking around and stuff like that, but he raised his hand and the teacher said, "Hey, such and such, uh, Mr. Smith, who invented the sentence?" Oh, never mind. But when you think about it, that's a good question. Who said that we need to talk a certain way? A word means a certain thing. Somebody came up with that. Because let's think of shit. That's a lesser cuss word. But
baby.
it's okay to say crap. It's okay to say boo boo.
Right.
But in essence, that's the same thing as saying shit. So why does that hurt your ears? Not saying it hurts anybody's ears here, but why does it mean something? Why is that bad? But boo boo and crap is acceptable.
Mhm.
And people look at you crazy if you say, oh, I got to go defecate. They be like, oh, does nobody want to hear that? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the correct terminology for it.
And defecate was like the nice way
Literally.
to say it.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. Look how y'all bag it on defecate. So what can you
shoot.
do? You can't win.
Oh man. Latrice from the YouTube world says, would it be the same as saying, "What's up, my nigga?" I'm gonna say my nick. Many blacks today use it as a term of endearment. Hey, guess what? We could take the N word, although it's not without the hard R, but what about the B word that ladies refer to each other as? That's my B right there. Right? We take words, and I think it's at this point it becomes ownership of us as an individual. When you know better, you do better. And again, I'm not criticizing or knocking anybody who says king, queen. I'm guilty of that. Guess what? I did it. Young prince, young king. She called me king. I'm blushing. Okay, got all of that, right? But when you think about it, once you have an understanding, once you come to an understanding of what you're saying or how it applies, it's your obligation to use it better. Use your words better. That's what we were taught as kids.
Right.
Don't what you bottle, you better say that I want a bottle. Don't use the little jibber jabber. We talk over here, right? That's what we're taught. So as adults, it's easy, and I like to use Devin's word, society. It's easy for us to fall right into society's vision. Society set the tone, the standard for us. Or do they? Or do we set the tone, the standard for ourselves so that we don't blend in or we not like society? Society is what it is. Society is whatever. Whatever goes, goes. Society don't care. A long time ago, it was frowned upon. I could go to TV. You never seen Lucy and Ricky Ricardo in the same bed. You never saw that.
Right.
You never saw Fred and Ethel in the same bed. You never saw Betty and Barney in the same bed. You never saw none of that. Nowadays, you see some of everything. But it's up to us,
right,
to hold the standard of what it is that we want to live by. If you want to continue to say king, do so if that's what you choose to do. You have that right. Just understand what you're saying.
Right.
And if you choose to give a definition behind it, when I say king to you, it's a term of endearment. My queen is just a term of endearment. I'm not trying to go to the monarchy part of it. I'm not trying to have a democracy over here. I'm not trying to rule over you. None of the above. You're going to get tired of giving all of that when you say it, or you just going to, hey, Tanya.
right.
What's up, Devin? What's up, the dude? That's my baby brother. What up, Mello? What up, Noop? We're going to keep it just like that.
Right.
Instead of taking stuff and we just amplify it and multiply it to how we think it should be. It's the cool thing to say. Got it. But when you really look at it, how cool is it?
Right.
Yeah, and words are ever changing. Like you said, I still don't understand the word cap and how it's supposed to be. I guess when you break it down, it's some sort of exaggeration. But what kid came up with that?
What is it, cap?
That's cap.
Oh,
huh?
Okay.
What does that mean?
I'm
I'm still waiting for my kids to explain that to me. But
so down in Memphis, we got a word called flogging. Flogging is where it's like you're not calling somebody a liar, but at this moment right now, you're not telling the truth, bro. Quit flogging. So that's what we said when I was growing up. Now the kids are saying, stop the cap. Stop capping. meaning the same thing. You ain't telling all the truth right now. When I was
Right.
growing up,
And
cap meant something completely different.
you busting a cap.
You know. So,
Right. Clack clack.
But yeah,
well, no.
how did they turn cap into you're lying? Where did
Oh,
how did they make that
Just
transition?
like
That's what that
generation.
man, I
yeah.
can't tell you because I'm from Memphis and a lot of stuff that I say, folks like, what you talking about? The word flogging, but I still use it. Man, stop flogging. Folks like, what's flogging? What does that mean? It means you're not telling the truth. So
Mm,
I can't explain where that came from no more than I can't explain to where cap came from. But for us, when I was growing up, cap meant something completely different, dealing with grown people's uh
Doing the
uh
grown up?
I think that's what
dinner.
Tamara is saying.
Yeah,
Put
yeah.
cameras up.
Cap. Man, that is not what we meant when we said cap. Hell, cap meant getting.
Oh yeah. I heard it
Yeah.
used that way
Oh,
too.
yeah.
I heard it used that way too.
That
I've never heard it used that way. I thought it was
I,
like bagging, like you
what?
talking about somebody.
Okay,
yeah, because
so
we
I've
used to say that too. I'm capping
I've
right.
on
never heard it
you.
used
But
like
see,
this.
okay,
Wow.
we're in
Turkey
Okay,
different
neck,
so
regions.
yeah. Turkey neck,
so
yeah. I've
We're in
heard
different
that.
regions.
really,
And
but
see,
but
I've
see
we
how
ain't never
just
heard
that
that.
quick. We took
I've
one
never
word,
heard cap like this.
CAP, cap. You can wear it.
Right.
Or you
And
can
I
get
believe
Now,
it.
you can get
now I'm learning you can get it. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Or you
But
can
then
do
Or
it.
you-
it was like Snoopy Cliff Mello said, for me as a kid, cap, you put the apostrophe in, they capping. It was either
right.
you was getting shot at or we was bagging on somebody.
That's what
So
I
you
thought it
took
was.
one word and now it's got like 4 or 5
Just
different variations of
right.
what it means.
Right.
And Devin, you didn't
And
came
this
out with
is
a
why
whole
it's
nother
important to
flogging. What is flogging? What was the word?
Lying,
flogging.
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 It's flogging. Man.
Flogging.
DJ said he's
I
stupid.
can't
He
even spell
said
that.
The
But look,
the
remix.
remix.
this is why it's
Oh
so
my
important
goodness.
for people to travel because you can go somewhere and everything that you say in your hometown, you go somewhere else and say the exact same thing, and folks are like, "We know what you're talking about, but that ain't cool." Just like
Right, right.
this is the peace sign in some countries, this is another peace sign in other countries. In some countries, this means go yourself. Sometimes it means that, and then some people do it like the actual, the actual peace symbol. So depending on where you are, depending on what you say, it may mean something completely like we said, like the word cap. It just a rapper named Max from New Orleans said we all speak the same, just with different type of slang, which means y'all say something, we say the exact same thing in a different way, and we don't know what we talking about until we communicate like we're doing now. And now we know, okay, well, y'all know what it means, and I know what it means for y'all. Y'all know what it means for me. So whenever we arrange each other, like, okay, hey, David said capping. What we need to go get the thing out the trunk, or is somebody over there being grown and sexy right now? Or somebody lying.
I'm feeling
Right,
like
or somebody
Now
lying.
we have context.
somebody lying. Boy. I'm feeling
So
like
we
Keela
gotta
and the
we gonna have
B.
to listen to the whole story.
Look, I'm
Right.
feeling like Keela and the B. Okay, spelling
Right.
bee, boys and girls, spelling bee,
Right, cap.
cat.
Can I get a sentence
Right.
definition?
Right.
Ooh. And Tamara, for everybody that knows Tamara, she's real shy, you guys. But after that one, I don't know if she's too shy. I'm not sure. I'm not sure
Oh,
on that one.
Yeah,
That's
the
a
Wow.
cat
new
man
one.
I
used to
learned
be.
something tonight. I learned
Me
I
something.
was
too.
getting some
Me
head. I
too.
was
I've
getting
never
some.
heard
all
it.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Because see, I would have took what Tamara said as toppy, not cap, but toppy.
Yep. Toppy, sloppy toppy.
Top them off.
Top
I
off.
wasn't trying to go.
That's why I said top off.
I was.
Yeah, top off.
Here we go. Oh my goodness. Said
Don't.
Tamara done
Follow.
fooled y'all.
We can do
Not
this all day, man.
today.
It's so
Right, right, right.
Let me see here. Michelle Morris, CG, Chocolate Girl says, as an educator, that's why I have to keep up with all the lingo, especially with these elementary kids. Make no mistake, they are not innocent as you may think. Absolutely. You know what? For the kids at the school,
oh.
Right, because they're getting it from the parent.
oh shoot, be do.
We hear all of that. Believe me, them damn walls is thin. I know. I was tortured many a times.
You
Yeah,
stupid.
God dang. At it again? Ah.
Oh my goodness.
You need some therapy, bro. You need.
But do y'all remember
Man,
growing up?
Sounds like
We all had slang that we could say, and our parents would know what we were talking about. Now the kids are doing the same thing to us.
Yeah.
Because I had to explain to my mama what flogging was. Like, flogging? Boy, what's flogging? Ma'am, because I was using the slang that I was using with my friends and stuff at school growing up. So my mom and dad didn't know what I was talking about. And now my kids get kind of, I'm not gonna say they get mad, but sometimes they be like, dog, because they can't say stuff and I don't know what they talking about. Especially if they hear me say it first, they be like, wait, what you know about that? What you know about it? Oh, I just heard folks in school saying it. I done heard you saying it. Now what?
Right.
Right.
I'm that dude, you know what I'm saying? I'm that dad, like, okay, I gotta keep like the teacher just said, I gotta keep up with what y'all talking about, because you ain't finna be up in my house plotting on me without me knowing about it.
Right.
No.
Devin, if you need help, blink twice.
Hey. I think what we learning tonight, you guys, honestly,
Hey,
again,
if you see me in the fair fight, look
what we are learning is we truly do need to monitor. We need to be cautious of what we say, who we say it in front of. As Michelle mentioned about the kids, most of us here have a grown child or children, but there are still little ones that are learning, and they are learning at a rapid pace. They are sponges. They sucking it in and spitting it right back out to the facilitators at their school, the teachers at their school, and they're getting away with it. So I think, again, it goes back to ownership. As individuals, we have to own up. And I think it was my sister Candace. I got to see if I can find her comment. I wanted to put a star and I didn't. Here it goes. Candace says cultural norms help define what is acceptable / not acceptable. This can or cannot be in alignment with social norms. No, societal. There you go. Societal. That's a new one for me. Ooh, societal norms. Dominant culture determines what's the norm. So I think, although society will try to dominate what we do and how we do it, I think a lot of this still falls back on us as adults.
Yeah, because even we are still the creators of the cool of the trends. When I say us, I mean black folk. We are the trendsetters.
Mm-hmm.
No, you can go around the globe, no matter where you go, from Dubai, Korea, down to the Latinos, Peru. You gonna see some Afro culture,
Right.
and we're not considered the dominant. So I guess our style is. or swag. If it's cool to say swag still, I don't know. I got to check with my kids after this. You know,
That's
I don't want. I
that's
don't want to be the
19.
old day.
That's
Right.
19.
Tell you now.
That's 19 something. That's outdated. You
Right.
got to
So
come up
what's the what's the similarity of swag now?
with. Oh my God.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
Baby girl, if you own, we looking for
Right.
a new word versus
It ain't swag
swag.
no more. It's drip.
It ain't
Yeah.
swag
Thank
no
you.
more. Shoot. That's
It ain't
crazy.
swag
Yeah.
no more.
Kamal
They
is
drip.
here. Way 100. Drip. There you go. You are absolutely right. The
Drip
drip.
means what? Swag?
Basically, you are absolutely right. You are right. You are right. Ding.
See, the concept is still the same, but the words change.
Right. Way 100 says too many parents hanging out with their kids like friends. Yeah, that's always been bad. My mama told me I am not your friend.
Absolutely.
Period. It was it.
Stay in
Done
a
and dada.
child's place.
Right. Uh-oh.
However, it's
Feel
wise
like I
to
need a
hang with your
translator.
kids so that
Right.
you can. You might miss out on something if you ain't hanging around your kids or listening to what they talking about and had it open ear for them, because if not, they ain't gonna do them but go talk to the person that's your age that does understand the lingo. Because
Right.
I talk to this person or I deal with this person because they understand what I'm going through. They understand me. You don't get it because you don't use the same vernacular. You see what I'm saying? So it's always good to be able to speak different languages. If you go to 5 different
Exactly.
countries and you can speak those languages, you'll be far more successful than if you just I speak English. Y'all don't speak English. You're like, no, we do not speak English. That's all we know is we don't speak English. So the more language you
Yeah.
can comprehend, it may save your life. Because
Yeah.
around
I'm
here,
a.
folks be like, man, I'm finna go slide on them. You can go slide on them.
You going
It's hot
skating?
outside. Oh, you
Yeah.
can
Right.
do that. Exactly. See what I
Right.
mean? Over here is a different ball game.
Slide
You
Yeah.
me.
somebody
Yeah.
slide on you better clutch.
They gonna slide you.
Or but
Keep your
sliding
eyes
could
open. They
mean
finna
something else.
they finna do
I'm
it.
going over. I'm going over to
Yeah.
baby girl house. I'm slide on in there. You know.
You gonna slide through. You gonna
I'm. Yeah.
slide
Thank
through.
you.
Right.
Thank you, Hunter. I'm
Yeah.
gonna slide through.
Hey,
You
Oh my
gonna slide
God.
through.
Hey, you definitely got to keep up
and
with
it's
them,
crazy
man.
because different generations really change up for the understanders of it. Because that's what we were saying. Oh, yeah, for this, now slide through. Now I'm like, my finna slide through, man. What happened? What they do with it? That's
Right.
now,
Right. Hey, I'll say this
slime you
much.
out. Ugh.
For some of us that feel old, all you got to do is hang out with your niece, your nephew. Just go hang out with them for one day. You gonna catch up real quick, because let's just think about it. Some of you guys are grandparents. You got infants for grandkids. Infants, right? Infants back in my day, they play with teething rings, rattler, um,
Yeah.
the little stuffed animals. But infants now,
They got phones,
they got
Tablet.
whole phones and
tablets,
tablets.
Got their own thing.
Tablet.
They is 6 months
tablets.
old with the tablet on
And
their
it be
lap,
theirs. It don't be
and they is
No,
getting it in. They
no
know how to
lie.
operate a iPhone.
Thank you. In
Like,
here
wait,
in Home Depot, some
their
parents
own
came
thing.
in. They had they newborn sitting in the uh the basket, towels all around us, trying to quarantine as much as possible. And he had headphones on and the tablet hooked up. They had a little special hookup on the basket, and he just doing this. I'm like, oh my God,
yeah,
never.
yeah.
Things have changed.
Look at this. Computer technician at 2 years old. That part,
Right, right.
that part, right there. That part. So
Okay.
for all
Because
for
all
all
the
of y'all
computer
that
hackers are
knock,
like 12 or 13 years old now.
right. For all of you guys that knock those people that play video games, y'all might want to catch up and
No, they
play.
making money. They making
Right.
money too.
hand-eye coordination. These kids are learning at an infant age. At months old, they are learning hand and eye coordination, so on and so forth. So let's get it together.
Right.
Let's get
Well,
it
that's my
together,
cue. I'm gonna
right?
slide in.
You sliding in to get some cap. I mean, so you getting
Where
some
she
cap
at?
at
Where that local where that local capper at?
Oh man.
Oh, hey man. Hey, I'll say this much. Your drip is always hot at Home Depot. So keep it going.
That's why they
Man.
ask me if folks just older because
Right.
we use the word
Oh my
wrong.
God. That's
And
too
try not
funny.
to work too hard.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all.
Yeah.
Love y'all. Good to be back off of punishment. Um
Whatever.
Whatever, dude.
Whatever.
I-
Don't hey, don't believe the what was the fraudulent the
Right.
the
fraudulent
fly the
the
flogging.
flogging. Yeah,
The
don't believe
flies.
that.
Stop the cap.
Stop the cap, boy.
Wait,
You're
maybe we don't
lying.
want to stop capping. I don't know. I
You
ain't
know
Ah,
turn
what?
I ain't
I ain't
turning down
messing
no
with you.
cap or no hot
Mm,
wax.
mm,
You know
mm.
what? On that note, Snoopy
Good
Cliff
night.
Mellow, y'all.
Wait, I'm sending everybody healing energy on the real. I love y'all. Whatever you're going through, may your best of today be your worst of tomorrow. G's up.
G's
Have a good
up.
night, Mello.
Good
Yeah,
night.
bro. Snoopy Cliff
we
Mellow,
get with-
y'all.
Foolish.
Ooh, I
hey, ain't
can't.
no
I
penny
can't.
paper on them.
I can't. Grown folk fun. That's all it is, man. Gentlemen After Dark, a place where grown folks can talk without
Right.
judgment. You
Right.
guys, tonight's been a very interesting conversation. If you didn't catch it, you can always go back and watch it. If you have not subscribed to Gentlemen After Dark yet, GMAN After Dark on YouTube. We've been holding at 216 subscribers for months now. It's time to elevate that. Subscribe, tell a friend. This is what we do. We have intellectual conversations. We have conversations that make you go, I didn't even think
Hmm.
about that. You
Right.
know, always
Right.
looking at something. You know, I'm gonna leave you guys with this one. And please, I'm not trying to be blasphemous, but I was watching Cat Williams, his last comedy. And I know Cat Williams is Cat Williams. I get it. But he
Williams.
said something that made me think. And I was just kind of like, He said, God created Adam, right? Yeah. So would Adam be God's son?
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there. I'm like, okay, how is this going to tie into some humor? I'm waiting. I'm waiting. So then he says, well, God created Eve too. So wouldn't that be
Mm-mm.
his daughter?
Mm-mm.
So I just, at that point, I was like, oh, Lord,
Yeah.
I'm going to leave that with
Yeah.
y'all. Y'all going to figure that one out on your own. I'm not here to change any of that. But I will say this, take accountability of what you choose to say. Take
Right.
accountability of what you choose to accept. If you are a king, you are a king. If you're a queen, you the queen. If you are a lord, can you call me Lord? I would like to substitute king for Lord. Anybody want to call me king? Substitute that for Lord. I'm just playing. But it just makes you think. Just think. Take 5 seconds before you use anything, any word. Take 5 seconds and think about it. Does this truly apply? Where did it stem from? And we're going to continue to grow that way, you guys. That's our time, you guys. We're not going to drag it out tonight. We're going to call it an evening. Thank you guys for being here from the desert to the sea to all the cities in between. Gentlemen After Dark. This one's in the books. Thank you guys for being here. Have a good evening.
Good night.